Hey guys, how you guys doing? It is Summer back with another video, and today we're gonna take a look at how I design and build the 2023 MapleStory Southeast Asia microsites, everybody. There has been a lot of microsites that I have actually done in the year of 2023 over here. As you can see, these are all the microsites over here. Absolutely amazing, my guy. And I'm gonna go through in depth of how I actually design and build all of them, the thinking process, the design process over here. What are my thoughts of building this and why do I do this over here? And a lot of you guys have been asking me, right, what software do you use, right? How do you think about doing it, something like this, right? This is the video. I'm gonna choose a few sites over here to explain my thinking process, all right? And as well, very importantly, okay, for those of you guys actually visited the microsite, right, and as a player yourself, when you scroll through the microsite, you might have some comments over here, right? Criticism, feedback are all welcome, right? Feel free to leave it in the video comment section below, right? What do you think that you can actually improve on this microsite that I need to know? Because as a designer or developer over here, right, I'm designing, I'm building it, I put all the details here, right? The most importantly, the end goal is for you guys to understand over here what the microsite is actually showing. So if there is any part of it that you guys think that, hey, you can actually improve, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below, alright? So without further ado, I would like to also give a huge shout out to MapleStory Southeast Asia for allowing me to build all these microsites for them. It has been an amazing journey. 2023 was a banger, my guy. So many microsites being built, and the most favorable microsite of all, the new age microsite, everybody, alright? So before we go to the new age, I want to actually show a little bit about Savior first. So Savior was a huge microsite, right, with more than, I don't know how many pages are there. Let me go to the Savior page over here, right? This is actually in Webflow. I'm actually using Webflow to build and design all this microsite, of course, including with Photoshop, Illustrator, Figma. You know, I use all of that. I use all that to speed up my design process over here, all the images over here as well, and videos. Well, I use DaVinci Resolve, so those of you guys who are wondering, alright, it's super good. Now, how many sites are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pages over there, right? The main page over here, which will be the, well, the quality of life changes, skill balancing, new 5th job skills and everything, right? Some of you guys might be wondering how do I actually do this over here. It's actually a interaction at the top over here, right? So as you can see, I just slide it out over here. I add a delay over there, and that's it. So as you can see, yeah, so this part is going to be coming out at 600 milliseconds over here, right? And then this part over here, I'm going to go a little bit slower at this point, a little bit faster at this point, 400, 4, 6, 800 over there. Hence why you can see that the very subtle animation that you can see that's coming out over here. Okay, and the rest of the sites over here are more or less the same. I want to represent the information as quickly as possible because this is more towards the quality of life changes, and to be honest, for Savior update they are not much. Okay, I can reveal a lot, and the rest is just yeah. So how to make a site that has less details but show more content? We use illustration. Without illustration, I gotta tell you, there's nothing over here, man. So illustration plays an important part over here, right? As you can see, the subtle star forcing effect over there at the background, all right? So the main important content over here, Kali. Kali is the main important content over here. So Kali, most of the microsites for new job that I did always have a video at the background. I always like to put that a video at the background because it actually show the immersiveness when you go into the microsite over here. All right, so and you go in over here, and this is where this UI over here is more or less the same as how you can see in Lara previously, and this is a very focused base of the entire video itself. Right, previously I like to show like different skills in the map, but one video to show everything, good enough. Okay, so that's basically it. Then we have all the 3D 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 growth support over here, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I wanted to show different levels over here and as well as the rewards over here, right? I always show all this, and finally with the map, I will show all the map as well, right? So those of you guys who want to like have a look at the map over there. Misty Island Treasure over here. This is a brand new content in Southeast Asia, or so-called event. Event in Southeast Asia over here. So hence why I did it as an image at the back. So the image at the back is actually a PNG. A PNG meaning is an animated PNG image, which I use this, the ezgif.com over here. This is where I used to make a PNG, so I use this a lot, and you can actually convert anything over here. All right, this is a very powerful site. You can convert video to APNG, the GIF animation, and you can optimize it as well, right? This is a very, very powerful site over here, which I like to use a lot. Okay, and after that, you can also use the APNG. Why I use APNG is that if I use APNG, I can actually optimize it using TinyPNG, right? TinyPNG over here allows you to optimize a JPEG file and also a PNG files over here, right? It helps you to compress the image itself, smaller in size, but still maintaining or a little bit lower the quality of the image, right? Some of the images does not work well after compress, okay? As example, if the image has a little bit of glow, if you use WEBP format, if you compress it, it will be very ugly, okay? So that's the learning that I actually did. Culling. So this one I adapted from KMS, Korea MapleStory microsite over here. And the bottom over here, this one I adapted from the previous Shangri-La release microsite. So, Savior update basically ends the GRANDIS, right? A name over here, GRANDIS. I proposed this microsite to MapleSEA because I was thinking, since Arcane River, right? We actually have an Arcane River story microsite over there. Links in the description as well. That's the one that I did. It's a compress of all the Arcane River areas over there. But now, since completion of Savior, and the first microsite I actually started was actually Rise update. So I was missing a piece of the puzzle, which is Glory. Okay, Glory was the missing puzzle, but I was telling MapleSEA that, hey, why not let me redesign Glory update for you guys, okay? So we can actually complete all of this over here, and I can make this over here as a compilation of all the microsites, basically the Infinity Stones. so you call it, right? It's the Infinity Stones over here. So yes, I also redesigned the Glory microsite over here. The Glory microsite over here is the same design UI as it is. So very simple, very subtle Glory microsite over here. Okay, now with the Glory microsite being redesigned and published, here comes all this over here. Each and every one of them are a short glimpse of the video being used. What video is that? Wow, you already know, man. You already know. So the videos that are actually being used at each microsite is actually used here. So I actually started off with this is an animation panel over here, as you can see beside here, right? I wanna do a play over here. So once I play, you can see that there is every one of them is actually coming out over here. So they are all timed, as you can see. So I can actually play it again to let you guys see how it's all timed. It's all timed all the way down over here. You can see, right? It's moving down over here. So all of it is timed based. Okay, I have set each and every one of them to be coming out at a 0.5 milliseconds over here with the delay, as you can see. There's 5.5 seconds delay over here. Then the next one, which will be a 6.5 seconds delay with the duration of 1 second. And of course, Savior update is the main update for this entire patch. So that's why you can see that there's a little bit of glow at the Savior update. Hence why you can see when it is actually coming out over here, right, with dash over there, Not really that. Fading over there. Savior has a glow over here. Alright, I disabled a few of the videos because it doesn't like my stream, my video over here. Alright, so that's how the thought process was basically intended to be. It was 6-star event. Whoo, my man. I mean 6-star event is... I gotta tell you, 6-star event was actually a pre-plan for the new age microsite. So 6-star event is like my playground for the new age. I know new age is coming because KMS already have new age, right? We already know all this information 6 months ahead, and I can actually plan 6 months ahead of how I'm gonna design, how I envision the site is gonna be. It's gonna be purple. It's gonna be a little bit dash of pink, a little bit dash of blue. You know, all this type of stuff. And when I saw this illustration over here, I'd be like, bam, okay, I know what to do already, man. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do this and start, bam, you know, every detail over here, okay? So you can see that the explosion over there when it comes in, bam, this is where the illustration and all of that will actually break through over here, right? How do I do that is basically, all this over here are timed. Yeah, so we have this one over here, which is 1800 milliseconds over here, right? This part at the bottom, 1800 milliseconds, and we got slide from that 1900 milliseconds over here, okay? And we also have the overlay over here, grow in size of 1800 milliseconds. This is where the yeah, there we go, the shots over here dash from behind, and okay. And then we have this slide from the left with 2000 milliseconds. So they are all not coming out all together, but it's just a very subtle one, as you can see. Boom. Alright. So this was my playground, I would say. This was my playground. Coming down over here, this was also my playground. So the concept over here, I wanted to actually adapt to the new age microsite of explaining how do you actually use the hexa skills and hexa stat. But after much consideration, I felt like it is too complicated to do that, and I went to a different approach. I don't want to confuse you guys, okay? Now over here, as you can see, this is the one, and if you're in mobile, you actually cannot see the guides over here. It only goes up to tablet. Yeah, if you go on to the mobile version, you cannot actually see it, right? So the explanation over here, and this is the new style of how I actually wanted to show the rewards over here. Okay, this style was actually going to be in the new age update over here. And you can actually hover to each and every one of them to actually see what are the items over here. And of course, they gradually release chapter by chapter. And you can see that there's a different color over here, the green color over here. Green color over here, I'd like to go a little bit in depth on this. This is like when you are in Figma or in Photoshop, you create a symbol for that specific component itself. So you basically can reuse this and type in anything over here, but remaining the same UI itself. Okay, as you can see, I can actually change up the text over here. Okay, I can change up the Soul Order over here, and I can change up to 99 or 999 over here, and it will adapt accordingly. So this actually speeds up my process of building the microsite, because we will always want things to move on fast, right? If I don't plan it out earlier, and suddenly when there is a new event coming in that is like exclusive event that I did not pre-plan it, you know, yeah, this is whereby this is super important, right? The UI, all this remains, okay? I can still edit it. Once I edit one part of it, it will change all of them. Of course, this is class-based, right? So yeah, this is how it looks like over here. Very, very powerful tool over here. Okay, and of course, mobile responsive as well. Okay, so yeah, this is basically for the 6-star microsite over here. 6-star event was, as I mentioned, was my playground over here for the new age. Now, are you guys ready? New age. This is the main content over here that I would like to go through my thinking process. So I wanted to do the same design for the navigation bar over here as the savior update, which is like this, the sliding out. But I was thinking, no, because this over here is very distractive. Okay, because this is new age. It's a very focus based. I want to make it as a very focus based update. You focus on one thing only, then you move on to the next one. The main focus over here in the first page, when you come in, of course, it's going to be the new age logo, and as well as the 6th job advancement over here. Of course, a new age. And when you scroll down, the main focus, 6th job. I know a lot of people don't read the description over here. Doesn't matter. The main focus is 6th job. And the design thinking over here is that because the main focus is 6th job, I don't want to brighten the page too much over here to actually make you guys lose focus over here. But as you guys can see, the background over there will gradually grow brighter, and you can see that the goddesses over here will start to disappear. And the main focus is the 6th job skill video itself. Alright, this is timed properly over here. When you grow into this section, this comes in. Your main focus, of course, it will be the 6th job text over here. Then after that will be this video. And when you start playing this video, your main focus will be in the video itself, and you will lose track of the rest of the stuff gradually. Okay, so that was the design process over here. And as you guys can see, the original, yeah, you guys can't really see much effect over here, but if I play it, this is how dark it is. Okay, this is how dark it is. And once it is off, and this is how bright it is over here. Okay, and moving on down over here. Okay, this is the part that I actually mentioned that I wanted to make it explanatory, like 6-star event, but I tried to do it, it's not working. To be honest, it's just too confusing, and there's too many things coming out of the left, right, and center. I feel like it makes the site looks too complicated for a user to understand. And I'm really like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna split it up like this, okay? We're gonna introduce the cores over here. Skill, Mastery, Enhance, and Common Core, right? Straight to the point, don't want to do any explanation over there. I'm just gonna explain it down here. Okay, and once it is very subtle once you come down here, right? As you can see, 4 of them comes out over here, and as well as this one over here, it's just a visual background, right? No purpose, but just visual background. It's actually this over here, and large. And after you come down, you can see the skill core, and I want to put a note over here that you guys, because overseas servers, Lucid Nightmare. Okay, Lucid Bind over here does have a separate cooldown, because I'm 100% sure a lot of people are gonna ask. So before you ask, I add it in first. And Mastery Core over here. Okay, this one, I want to have a side-by-side comparison. Left, right, huge difference over here. Then the next one, which is Hexa Stat. Okay, this one over here, I wanted to do like how 6-star event over here, right? Which is the explanatory one. But seems like it's not working that well. If I do explanatory in mobile, that is not working, my GA. Nah, so hence why I went out with a listing approach. Back to the conventional way, right? Listing approach with the 6 job icon over here, the hex icon with this over here, and as well as these are the stats that you can actually enhance, all right, to show you guys over here. Okay, now moving on down, this section over here. Wow, this section, I gotta tell you, my man, I've been brainstorming how to actually explain it to you guys over here, right? To me, you guys not confused. Previously, it was even worse. You know, as myself, you know, as a UX designer, I'm looking at it, I'm like, nah. I changed everything up to make it like this. So previously, I was like, this equal to this, this was like, nah, too confusing, right? And you can get it from events and cash shop, and as well as the Soul Earth fragments over here, a little bit of separated from the Soul Earth, that's why I separated it out. And if you can see in the mobile version over here, actually I like the mobile version a lot. It's very clean when you straight down, I'm like, woo! Hey, look at that, woo, my man. Self-praise, anybody. Got a pat on the back over here. All right, so daily quest. This is actually brand new. Not expected this as well, but yeah, this is how it looks like. And I want to highlight that this is a exclusive content. That's why you can see that there's a background over here that is being highlighted. So the background over here is this entire thing over here with the hexa background over here. All right, so with the highlighted one over here. Transcendence growth over here. This is a reuse, of course, of the Savior one. Of course, the UI change only, as you can see, right? Of course, it is actually responsive as well, right? I changed up the structure of how it's being worked on for this one, because previously in the Savior update, it was actually pretty hard to manage. Now I actually use VW over here, right? So VW is you got VW, you got EM, you got pixel percentage over here. So I'll choose VW. Right? VW is very easy to work with. I can just change it like 30 over here. This is 30 viewport over here. Viewport width over here. Shorten it that time, it will be much smaller. As you can see, I have like 20 over here as well. So we have 20 real estate over here, as you can see, right? Yeah. So since it's 4 of them, it's very easy for me to actually put it in mobile view. Then moving on. This is the most fun part that I actually did. Woo! The Apple design or the Xiaomi design over here. Xiaomi also do this, like Apple also do this, like Samsung also do this. MapleStory Southeast Asia to do this, my guy. Yo, so this is the grid. All right, so called the grid. You can see that. Let me delete this file. Okay, then. This is the major grid design over here. I'm gonna go into this part. So I caught up with 6 columns over here, right? There are a total of 6 columns over here. We got 5 rows over here. The rows will actually automatically propagate as long as I have more content. But I have 6 rows over here, right? So easier for me to adjust any content that I want to move anywhere that I want over here. Let's just say I want 200 billion over here. I wanted to move into this part. I can just drag, right? I can just drag. You're gonna 700 billion. Alright, I want this to have a little bit more real estate over here, right? I wanted to come down over here, take out the entire section, just drag, alright? So this part requires a lot of try and error, because sometimes when you're designing and building this, you don't know which part you want to like squeeze it into yet. So throw everything in first, then you start to like expand and contract and see which is the most important one. Like some of the non-important stuff like refresh login BGM over here, I put it at just 1 column, right? 1 column, 1 row over here. Brand new design, okay? New concept, new design over here that I actually wanted to try it out over here. Hope you guys like it over here on Battle Maple. I tried a new design over here for the Blitz update as well. Okay, for those guys who are wondering. So, okay, now, and this one is very easy to maintain and very easy to move into different screen resolution as well. Let's just say I wanted to move this down over here to another line. I can actually move it as well. It's very straightforward, very simple. And for mobile over here, you can easily move over here as well. Hence why the grid design layout over here, yeah, it's ingenious, man. So for those guys in GMS already got the guild castle, I want to make a silent animation over here coming in where you come into the guild castle over here with all the illustrations over here. Main focus guild castle. Guild castle content, yeah, this is the one that I can use to explain over here what is it about. 6 job hexa, I cannot. Well, I'm gonna put it here, my guy. Hey, I'm not gonna waste my effort thinking about that, man. I can use it here. So this is where I started to use all this over here. With the energy, I float the crystal over here. Explain about this in a table form. Previously, I don't want to do a table form because I always think that table form is table design is not really that nice to express a information, but it is crucial information, you know, because if you want to make information easy to read, table is one of the most easiest one. Of course, in terms of design wise, you gotta think a bit. Like I added a little bit of glow over here, you know, the glow process over here, the same as the 6-star event as well. And I added a glow. I can actually make the glow much brighter over here. just subtle 59%. A lot of my design content over here runs with 59. All right, if you don't understand why I run with 59, you gotta search that up. Alright, so yeah, so 59% over here. I wanted to do this very subtle design over here as well. The dragon over here, right? This is a PNG image. Of course, it has been optimized. Okay, I can actually do left, right over here, and I use RAM as the value, right? Instead of using pixel, because RAM is actually very easy to use. RAM it actually goes up to your main oh, I forgot about this, the main style over here. So I have a main style over here which actually goes up with this. So I have a root of size of 16 pixels. So with RAM it will goes up to the root over here, which is REM. If you use EM, it will goes to the class itself, right? The class container. But if you go to REM, it actually goes to the root over here. It goes to the root 16 pixels. So all my text over here are actually automatically resized depending on your skill or your screen size over here, right? As you can see that at the top, there's very easy differentiation over there. You can see that the size actually goes smaller. So it fits in all screens, right? That's the most important part. Now, in terms of the RAM over here, so 12 RAM equivalent to minus 12 RAM equivalent to 12 multiplied by 16. So if you got minus 10 over here is 160. Okay, minus 12 over here. Okay, so it actually goes by 16, 16, 16. All right, so it's easier for me to design stuff. And now this one. So if you guys know or notice the event microsite over here, the Christmas galaxy over here, you can see that the stars that are falling down, it's the same thing. I just reuse it, recolor everybody. So I use the hue recolor over here to recolor the stars over here. Yeah, see, so I don't have to redo the colors itself, I just have to recolor it to match the theme itself. Because I was thinking, should I recode it? Nah, just use the hue to recolor itself, as you can see. Alright, now it's like purple, and go to green as well, you know, and I can go back to red over here. The recolor itself, and when you do recolor, it actually looks pretty damn beautiful. To be honest, it looks pretty damn beautiful over here. Alright, we got Easy Chaos Extreme over here, you can do boss for 2 items over here. Reuse back the Eternal set over here. I really like this Eternals being showcased, and of course new events. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory over here. And of course, when you go into the mobile mode over here, you can actually still see all the details over here, very well represented. Okay, now that's for Guild Castle over here, right? Very interesting content, although it's kind of sad. Hyper burning, yay! Alright, hyper burning, this one a little bit different design over here for hyper burning, everybody. Right, purple galaxy theme over here. Stay on with the galaxy theme, and this time because of burning world, I have the thought of how the hell do I actually explain that. Okay, this item you get a level 5 at regular world, the rest of the item you get a level 7 at burning world, you know. So I came up with a few variations, and the final one I chose is this one over here. I display the rest of the worlds over here, as you can see. Right, rest of the worlds over here, and of course with the burning over here. You can actually see a widescreen effect of the entire page changing. Yeah, because there were assets available. Yeah, so there's a video over here that you can actually see that this is available over here. It's so beautiful. You can actually see that in widescreen that it changes up over there. Oh my god, it's so beautiful, my guy. So beautiful. Okay, so let me make it back to around 25%. Okay, now there we go. So beautiful over here, right? And also Cassion, yes, the cradle of life, right? The showcase map over here, and as well as the individual map, because I wanted to show individual maps. The reason being is that this is such a high level area, 285. not many players can actually go, and this is a new approach that I'm trying to adapt over here. For future newly released maps, I would like to show the monsters as well as their EXP, their name, and as well what the items do they drop. Okay, so this is still in a very exploration stage over here. Although feel free to leave it in the comment section below what do you guys think. Okay, still, yeah, more details on the new maps, because Atiria I didn't do it. Alright, because I did see like, yeah, Atiria is okay, you know, but after thinking about it, I think, nah, let's do it for Kashion, because I feel like this info over here is actually pretty useful for players that cannot access it, and you can actually see what items do they drop, and also the maps over here, right? All these are super beautiful maps, super beautiful monsters over here, as well as the EXP. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it for Kashion over here. This is the event teaser over the GalaxSEA over here. So we have the main mascot over here. Alright, I have two main mascots actually. So I use two main characters over here as the main mascot. So this is the main microsite for it. I would say arrow over there, as you can see at the top. This arrow over here is actually the design over here that I actually did. It always speared toward the corner, alright, with a corner over there, right? So all the assets or design will follow this guideline, including EDMs, emails, or social media, everything. They have to spear toward this guideline. Once you see it, you will know, okay, this is GalaxSEA. You know, I want to differentiate that this is an offline event with this specific spear through so-called glass design over here, right? A little very subtle over here. And I can let you guys see the purchase ticket button as well as the swap button over here. You can go all the way down. The details over here, this is adapted from the KMS microsite. KMS microsite over here do have a section over there like a small TNC, but this is not really a TNC, but more event highlights. And of course, this is super important. I got details saying that this is a new place, right? And players might not know how to go to this area, so hence why all the details here. You're gonna go by car, you wanna go by train, you wanna go by bus. All of the details are over here, right? Directly over here, the directory, the map over here, all been placed over here. Okay, you're gonna go into mobile mode as well, right? It's all available as well. Okay, so I wanna make sure the site is informative enough for everyone to attend that is coming to the event. Attend it. Do not go to the wrong Pan Pacific. Okay, and two Pan Pacific over there. One's in the Orchard. Okay. Of course, there are more tools that I use. I don't want to go in depth. I'm just gonna bore you guys, right? Coding tools will be Visual Studio Code, and as well as for optimization will be on of course TinyPNG. Over here, we'll optimize all the images, hence why you can see that most of the images over here are very much optimized, I would say, right? This entire page itself, right, is less than 20 MB, right? Let me just refresh over here. It gone already. So yeah, it's less than 20 MB over here, I would say. It's super lightweight. Okay? I want you guys to access the microsite without loading a minor patch. That's the most important thing. Okay, and with this event microsite over here, let's see how much is the size over here. Yeah, 5 MB because of the video. Without the video, it's gonna be even lesser. And of course, everything is lazy loading. Lazy loading means that when you go through that specific part, it will only start to load. Right? It doesn't hog up your internet, right? Because if you load the entire site immediately, it will use a lot, right? So yeah, it will only load the front part first, then after when you go on to the next section, it will start to load the following sections over there. Okay, alright, so that's basically it for this video. Hope you guys get some insights on how I design and build the MapleStory Southeast Asia microsites for 2023 over here, everybody. I know this is a little bit more technical. Not many people will actually watch it all the way until the end. As always, leave a thumbs, subscribe, stay awesome, everybody. Stay safe, bye-bye, and thank you very much for all the support, everybody. Stay awesome, everybody. Stay safe. Once again, bye-bye.